Hey, hey, Shine members. I hope you're shining today. So it's Thursday, where I come on live and talk about one of the pillars of wellness. So today I want to talk about something that kind of encompasses all of them, and that is just about your body's innate wisdom to know what it needs and to know how to heal itself if we choose to listen. So, do you listen to your body? Or you ignore it? And so I'm sure you've heard this before, but if we don't listen to the whispers, they show up as a scream. And the best story I can think of for this is when I was pregnant with Ava, because I had this niggling pain in my low back, kind of on my right side of my hip, but it just kind of something was off. But I was like, "Oh, no, I'm fine. No, no, I'm fine. Oh, no, I'm fine." I just opened up a Pilates studio. I was, like, full on mode trying to build this business, and the pain kept getting a little bit worse, a little bit worse, and so I do a quick stretch and think I had it covered, and I just kept ignoring it. And even Monday was like, "Maybe you should slow down, like, maybe you shouldn't work so hard, you're pregnant, you've just opened this studio, your body's trying to tell you something." But I was pretty stubborn back then, and I didn't listen. And so, of course, that little whisper turned into a very big scream, in terms of a herniated disc. Couldn't walk for 7 weeks when I was 22 weeks pregnant. Spent 7 weeks on bed rest with dial-up internet trying to run, a Pilates studio, and I kept that thing afloat by the skin of my teeth with some other teachers and stuff, but it was a crazy period of time, and I always think back to that when I feel something now. I'm like, what's my body trying to tell me? And so I invite you to really listen. And it works for almost all the pillars of health, I think, except for mindset, because sometimes this mind does lie to us, or what the stories we tell to ourselves. Um, Often we lie to ourselves. But let's talk about sleep and rest. Okay. So take a sip of water. Sorry, I'm still getting over being sick. So last week, right, I got back from Punta Cana and had a great time. Got up Tuesday morning, worked at my desk all day, was just getting a ton of work done, super focused, super productive. And about 3 o'clock, I just was like, hmm. I just changed my focus, which, circadian rhythm, I could have ignored it, but I was like, no, something's off. 4 o'clock, I'm like, Monday came home at 4:30. I'm like, I think maybe I'm getting sick. Something feels off. And he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. Something just feels off. So we had supper, right? He took which Tuesday night, what happens? Oh, he took Ava to dance Tuesday night. And by the time he came home, I was like, yeah, so I checked. I have a fever, not feeling very good. And by the morning, I was really, really sick. And so, I mean, obviously that was gonna come one way or the other, but the point is I listened to that. As soon as I was like, I don't something's not right. Like maybe I'm just gonna like kind of back off work. I'm gonna just kind of let my body rest a little bit. Listen to that. And then when you are sick, please rest. Please rest. Please rest. Because we live in such a busy world and we try to, just kind of push through stuff. I have the luxury of, working from home. And so am able to turn my computer on and work in my house coat from bed, from the couch, wherever it may be. And so Tuesday, of course, I got up, turned my computer on, and I just again focus problems. I was like, no, my body's telling me I don't have the mental power to do this right now. So turned it off and had a nap. I listened to my body. So important. Okay. So when you feel tired, with the pillar of health of sleep, if you're feeling tired, listen, go to bed early, take a nap. Maybe that's not the day to push through like a 10K run if you feel like you can't keep your eyelids open, right? Listen to your body, respect those boundaries. It comes to moving. If you're doing something and you're like, oh, I don't like how this feels, don't do it. And if it's hard, just because it's hard, right? We have to do hard things sometimes. We do hard things. But if you're like, or you're going to like, I don't know, you're going to CrossFit and you hate CrossFit, don't go. Go to Zumba class, go to something that you love, right? Listen to your body because it will tell you what you need. And then nourishment, food and thinking, maybe those two are both a little bit trickier. But if you really listen, put it this way, what my body sometimes tells me I wanna eat, like, it's like, "Oh, you should go eat chocolate chips in the pantry." I probably shouldn't listen to that voice. But if I do listen to the voice that comes in shortly after I eat those chocolate chips, that's where the truth comes in, right? Where it's like, "Oh, chocolate chips, and then shortly thereafter, you're just like, "Ooh, that didn't really feel so good in my belly." It's not I don't feel sick, but there's just that little sense of offness. That's what you listen to. And then let's talk for a second about the pillar of health of thinking, of mindset, because that one's harder because we live in a world where there's so much negativity around us, in the news, people around us. Um, we can be programmed for that sometimes. I'm maybe rare, I'm not. I'm like eternal optimist, but I will often tell myself I can't do difficult things, right? Remember hanging out in the monkey bars here with Abby. I don't have a really great ability to push through pain. So hanging there and thinking, oh, this hurts, I should stop. And then having to catch myself and saying, yeah, okay, it hurts, but this is actually where I could push through a little bit more. So listen to that because your body will tell you you can't do things that in essence you most definitely can. Okay, so this is my homework for you, okay? Is I want you to journal this week. I want you to write down those 4 pillars of health. So sleep, eat, move, think. And I want you at the end of every day to take a time of reflection back through your day and listen to what your body told you. Because, and you might have seen this post I put up in my profile the other day, but if, for example, you find yourself in immense amounts of stress, overwhelm, and frazzle throughout the day, please listen to that. You have to change the trajectory that you're on. That is not how we are designed to live. Okay. So that's your homework. Drop it in the comments if you're committed to doing the homework of just becoming aware. Becoming aware. That's why we journal, because half the time we go through life on autopilot. And it's really important that we start paying attention to what our bodies are telling us, because our bodies are so freaking brilliant at actually telling us what they need when we listen. Okay, that's all. That's our pillar of health talk for Thursday. If you guys are needing anything in the Black Friday sale, drop me a message because there's some really great stuff. I'm just most excited about the salted caramel trim. Finally, salted caramel that's healthy for me, right? It's like all my dreams have been answered. Okay, you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll talk to you next week.